How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode here on SPT Tarkov. We are doing okay for ourselves in this series so far. We've done 7 raids and survived 7 of those raids. However, we have had a few close calls when it comes to raids over the last few episodes and actually getting through them and surviving them. We had a few close encounters with scavs and a couple of PMCs, but so far so good on the survival rating. Obviously, I'm not too fussed if this goes down at all. I'm just glad that we've managed to get through some of our early game tasks. Now, speaking of tasks, before we jump into a quick raid, I'm just going to go ahead and have a look at our daily tasks just to see what sort of tasks we need to get done and also what the rewards are for getting those tasks done as well. So we need to go ahead and get 3 t-shirt plugs and an immobilizing splint. Does give us a small can of Tushonka, which we will need for a future quest. Also gives us some GP coins, meaning we can go ahead and trade those with ref. T-plug wise even, we only need 1 more of those to get that task completed. Ragman, we need to get a gas mask, air filter and Marlboro cigarettes. Already have the cigarettes, we just don't have the gas mask filter right now. With regards to the rewards here, we get some rep. We do also get rep on the therapist task, some ES stamps and also some GP coins there. And then last but not least, we need to eliminate scavs on any location. Again, gives us some GP coins and an aramid filter fabric, or fiber fabric should I say. And I do like the fact that we are getting GP coins for these daily tasks, because as I said, if we go into ref and then go over to trading, everything with ref is traded with GP coins, but it looks like this key, which we need a Liga medal for. But regardless of that, guys, we're going to jump into our first raid here on SPT Tarkov, and I'll see you on the map. Alrighty, we are in to our first run, and we are here on Woods. Main reason I'm here on Woods is because it does have a decent opportunity for us to grab all of the items we need, or the last items we need for some of the tasks we've currently got going on. We also need to do search mission and shoot out picnic. We tried to do search mission in the previous run and that didn't quite work out for us, so we're going to try it again in this particular raid, and we'll take the sausage for sure. And we've got a reasonable spawn to go up to the USEC camp from here. But I did notice there's a stash over to our right that I want to go and quickly have a look at before we try and move up to the USEC camp to get search mission done. We're also going to keep a lookout for hideout items to keep the hideout upgrading and moving along quite smoothly. But we'll hit this stash first and then we will move on from there. Not a bad kit. Obviously, you guys should have hopefully seen the kit that we have. That TOS is actually needed for a task. That's lovely to see. But you should have hopefully seen the kit if the screenshot saved that I tried to take at the start of... excuse me. At the start of the video. Got ourselves the SKS, as well as one of the armoured rigs we found in one of our, well, the only supply drop we've had so far in this run, or in this series should I say. We can hear the BTR rolling through. In fact, the BTR is just ahead of us. Don't actually have the money to go ahead and transfer anything out. There's not really anything I want to transfer out right now from that BTR, so we're just going to leave that and continue on our merry way. We do have obviously 5k in rubles to go ahead and use a car exfil if we go over to the village, which might be something that we end up doing, but we'll have to wait and see on that side of things. We don't actually need the duct tape anymore for painter, we just need the blue tape for painter now. I think we only need 2 more of those as well to finish off that task, hence why we're having a quick check in the filing cabinets. But the filing cabinets are also quite good to find keys as well as bits and bobs that we need for our hideout upgrades as well. Can hear quite a few shots ringing across the map, so we will potentially go and investigate those at some point. But right now, unfortunately, no sort of luck on the insulating tape that we need for our task. That was kind of the main reason I wanted to check the area here for the filing cabinets. We didn't see the keycard through the window, but we'll just double check on that side as well. And speaking of airdrops, we do have our second one of the series currently flying in. And have you dropped the airdrop? I think you have over in this direction. Yeah, I can see it, okay. It is in the direction that we're going to be heading anyway, over towards the USEC camp, so we'll go and see if there's anything of value to us in this airdrop as we're heading over towards the USEC camp. There's another stash here as well, which we'll go ahead and have a look in, see if we can grab any goodies from this as well. But with the airdrops, as you guys probably saw, and as I think I've mentioned in a previous episode, we do not get any ammo out of the weapons that we find in the airdrop, which I think is a nice little feature in SPT, because it means that if you are doing the zero to hero style playthrough like we are, you're not going to be just getting like a free weapon or two, especially if you've got the server value modifier. This is a PMC that's glitching out in front of us here. Don't quite know why it's glitching out like that, but we'll take a free kill for sure. See what you have on you, good sir. AKMS, what ammo do you have in your weapon? Not the greatest ammo in the world. We will take this and this. I'm not the biggest fan of the sight, but we'll take it regardless, just so we can have a little bit of sale value to the traders. And we'll probably take the Triton rig here, just because it's going to be quite handy to have a storage rig in our backpack. Gives us a little bit more room to go ahead and use more space in our backpack. And then we will just put in everything that's in the backpack right now and move on our merry way. So I've lost sight of the airdrop, unfortunately, but we'll continue over this direction, see if we can see it from the hill. In fact, we should be able to see it from the map, which is going to be quite handy, which we'll have a check on in a minute. There's a stash over in that direction. The drop is also over this way, just to our left. So I think we go stash, drop, USEC camp, loot up the USEC camp, obviously get search mission done. So yeah, the airdrop's just over to our left. But yeah, get the search mission task done, and we can continue through the raid that way. Excuse me. Don't quite know why I have to clear my throat and cough quite a lot this morning. I am recording this fairly early on. It's what, 7:15 in the morning at present, but I still don't quite understand why we're coughing and spluttering as much as we are. I am going to take this org, because why not? And I'll also take the hunting matches. I think I've already handed in the noodles, right? I just need iskras now. Yeah, just need iskras now. That's fine, but the noodles will be quite handy for getting some energy into our PMC if we do require to obviously get some energy underway. And we do have some hydration on us as well. I did try and lay down. There we go. Just took a little while for the game to recognise that. We can fit these into our backpack, which would be quite nice to take at least one of them this time around, because we did pass up on them in the last raid that we had an airdrop. But we'll see what else we get before we go ahead and just go, oh yeah, we'll take the weapon crate sealed. We do find another quite nice site there, so that might be worth using. Is this a bag? If it is, that's a bag I've never seen before. Take the SJ6. Is there anything else? We'll take these because they're not a bad headset. Hello. That would be quite a nice rig to take. And that would be quite a nice helmet to take. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. I want to see how big this backpack is. It actually will be big enough for us to take one of these sealed weapon crates, so we'll definitely go ahead and swap the backpack out. Rig-wise, or armoured rig-wise, I think this might well be a bigger armour rig for us. So we'll go ahead and see if that's the case. Even if it's not, it'll be quite nice to take this armoured rig regardless. Trying to be a little bit picky with the loot that I am taking here. Obviously, we still have room in the bag to go ahead and put stuff in the bag, so we'll do that. drop this armoured rig because it is insured and grab this one. We could put something else in here so we can reload down here. And then if we swap the roller and the Shemorg, in fact we can drop that for now. So anything else I want from in here? Possibly this site. In fact, I'll leave the site. I think everything else is fine to stay in the airdrop. I'm just trying to figure out if I could potentially take this armoured rig, but I don't think I can. Even if I move the Triton there, it's not going to give enough room for this. So that's fine. Alrighty, let's move on to the USEC camp, which we need to go this way for. But grabbing all of that loot does mean we're probably a little bit overweight, which is fine. Because we're not necessarily looking to stay in this run for too much longer. I was kind of hoping to find a Iskra in the airdrop we just had, but it seems that we are unfortunately not going to find anything along those lines. What does this do for us? Endurance and strength, so we could take the Tremadol actually. It might be worth popping that, so we are going to go ahead and use this. Because at least this way our strength and endurance won't be hindered as much as it possibly could be if we didn't have this stim going. There are a few shots in and around this area, so we need to be a little bit careful of that. But we do have the TOS on us. If we found a 3M armor, it's going to be quite difficult for us to fit that into our backpack unless we drop, say, the sealed weapon case that we picked up, which might be worth potentially doing. We'll have to just kind of wait and see how things pan out. But I think we have our like the ZB016 side of things. I was about to say outskirts, but we spawned over on that side of the map. But we do have ZB016. I'm actually going to go ahead and pop the SJ6 here as well. Just so we can have a decent regain on our stamina. And then we'll hit the convoy here. We'll go up to the USEC camp, see if we can find any reasonably good loot in either of these locations. It would be quite nice to find, I think we're still looking for 1, maybe 2 Salewas. So it would be quite nice to find those, or that as well, if at all possible. We'll go ahead and loot these 2 tech supply crates. We could probably get rid of this GM count, which we're going to go ahead and do for the blue tape that we need and everything else. Obviously, we'll be dropping our magazine if we do end up reloading, which is fine. We just need to remember to pick it up. Doesn't look like there's any Salewas on that body over there. And we are out of luck on the Salewas there. Cool. A little unfortunate because there is a chance for those to spawn, but not on this occasion. So in that case, we're going to go up to the USEC camp here on our left-hand side. Loop up over here, and then we can head towards exfil. Obviously, we popped the 2 stims fairly early on, so it might be a case... Nope. Might be a case that we have to go ahead and struggle to exfil. Well, not struggle to exfil, but... Jesus Christ, I missed so many shots there. Never mind, we got the kill, that's the main thing. But yeah, popping those stims as early as we did might mean it's going to be a little bit harder for us to limp over to exfil, but that's not the end of the world. This shotgun looks pretty cool, but I'm not going to go ahead and take it. We don't really have the room to take it, if I'm perfectly honest. We do have some more money, though, so that might be worth taking. We do need to, obviously, eat and drink. We do need that unknown key. It's quite interesting to see it out here in woods rather than on customs. I'm going to get rid of the drain cleaner. I'm going to go ahead and take the wires here. That water will be quite nice to pop in a second. The 2 strikes, the Iskra is going to be huge, actually. What do we drop in that case? I think we just drop these 2. Take the Iskra instead of the 2 hideout items. And then we will just take the unknown key as well in a second. Lovely, and then we'll also use this water just to pop our hydration values up. So finding an Iskra on that particular PMC is lovely to see, especially it being found in raid. I'm just going to use this IFAK real quick, and then we can have a look at what's in the containers and stuff. Go over to the other side of USEC camp, get that sorted, and then we can go from there. Don't need the measuring tape, we've already got that done. We do need those T-plugs for daily. I can't remember what the other item is for the daily task, but we do need the T-plugs for it. Oh, it's an immobilizing splint, isn't it? If we find the splint, that will be something we definitely want to pick up for the task. I'm going to go ahead and drop my bag just so I can move around a little bit quicker. Just need to remember our bag is over on this side of the USEC camp. Ooh, that's not a bad gun either. Finding a scar there. So we're finding reasonably good weapons. It's just weapons that we're not really going to be using. There's an AFAK there, which we could probably swap out for the one we're using if we wanted to. But I think we continue to use the one we have on us for the time being. And then if we end up going through quite a lot of it, then we can go ahead and come back and grab that one. What is in this technical supply crate? Is there anything that we want at all? Oh, the gas analyzer is going to be quite nice. We don't have the mount or anything for that site, even though it's a nice site to have. Excuse me. We don't have the mount. We do need that Tarka dried meat as well. A lot of things that we need. Like, we don't need these noodles, so we can drop the noodles and grab this for the task for ref. Not really anything in there. Is this the weapon crate? Yes, it is. Okay. Just heard a bunch of what sounded like SKS shots, but it seems fairly late in the raid for... I was about to say Jaeger then. It seems fairly late in the raid for Sturman to be popping off. We will take that bandage just because it's a 2 out of 2. Might need to change our keybind for the map. That scav almost destroyed our streak of staying alive. Thankfully, we managed to kill them before that happened. But we will go ahead and heal up here, put on our legs again. We don't actually have a splint, so that's a little unfortunate, because a splint would have been nice to obviously heal the fracture that we have. But we're going to have to deal with that, unless we find a splint, of course, on the scav that we just killed. But that, my life and my streak of surviving flashed before my eyes there. As I said, though, I'm not overly fussed about dying, but that scav almost ruined our nice little run we're having here. Especially with all the items we've got for tasks, that could have been very unfortunate. And I'm quite glad we took this armor and put it on. Not that the other armor would have been worse than the one that we have on us right now, but it would have probably taken a bit more damage because it is already damaged as it is. But I'm glad I took out the AUG to take on that scav rather than trying to use the SKS. I think if we had the SKS out and on us there, we may have actually ended up dying, because that scav hit a lot of shots on us. Like, a decent amount of shots. But regardless, we're still alive, that's the main thing. Just go ahead and patch up our other leg here. And then we can go and loot the scav. Go over to the other side of the USEC camp, see if there's anything over there that we want to go ahead and take, and then go from there. So we have an almost empty magazine here, which is to be expected. The other side is to our left, I believe, which is fine. We do have a painkiller to pop to stop the limp. But do you have an immobilizing splint on you? Even though we need it for a daily, it's probably going to be more beneficial for us to actually use it now if there is one on this scav, which unfortunately it doesn't look to be the case. We do have some hydration on our PMC in our backpack, which is over here. So we'll go ahead and take that real quick. In here we should have, yeah, rat cola. Lovely. Go ahead and pop this real quick, just so we can top up the hydration a little bit as well. Pop this down here, and then if we use our Vaseline, it will stop us from limping, and we can head over to the other side of the camp here. There is a dead body here, which I don't think we ended up killing, but we will have a quick look and see if there's a splint here. There is some water, so we will go ahead and probably use this. There's also a pro kill, which is quite nice to sell to traders. There's actually 2 waters here, which is actually awesome to see. So we'll pop this emergency water rations, and we'll probably also pop this aquamarine, just to get ourselves, even though we are fully hydrated off the emergency water rations, we just want to fully top that up. Plus it does help with our metabolism. And then we can search this crate, search the other crates that are here, get the prompt for search mission, and just get out of this raid, I think. Completely and utterly forgot to bring a splint in with us, which is a bit of a rookie mistake, not going to lie, but regardless of that, we should be able to survive this run, excuse me, fairly handily. We'll take this. That's another car battery. I think we might have an all, so I'm going to leave that. That's another car battery that unfortunately we're not going to be taking with us. So that's search mission done, but there's a few more crates that I want to just double check, make sure there's nothing that we need in them before we move on. Weapon box is full, pretty much. Saiga 9, not too fussed about that. There's another Iskra there, which we do need for the task, so I think we are going to drop the hunting matches, and we'll drop the wires so we can take our final Iskra, meaning that will be acquaintance done for, I was about to say Prapple, but it's not Prapple, it'll be done for Jaeger. This is going to be another car battery, watch. Yeah, another car battery that we're not going to be taking, because we will be super overweight if we go ahead and take that, especially with everything we've already got on our PMC. Anything worth taking in this weapon box? There is a nice sight, but I think, unfortunately, I'm going to go ahead and leave that there. Idea rig, which, if I had my bag on us, might have been something we could have taken. But unfortunately, we can't obviously fit it into our armoured rig. We'll just check this box, check to see if there's any valuables underneath this rock over here. And then we'll go back, grab our bag and get out of this run. No valuables there, that's fine. Okay. We now need to get out of this run altogether. Don't obviously want to go down there, because that is where all of the mines are, but I just want to double check to see if there weren't any dead bodies, etc. And then we need to head this way to go and grab our bag and then head out this run. I need to remember though that we do have a fracture, meaning that a splint would have been ideal to find, as I said, even if it was a splint that we didn't end up using for ourselves, didn't end up doing for the task, it still would have been quite nice to find one to get rid of the fracture that we've currently got on our leg. But we've got plenty of time. We've got 17 minutes to get out of this run, and before we do anything else, I'm going to go ahead when it allows me to and have a look to see if I can change my keybind for checking my mag if I can find where I put it. So check, not checking my mag, checking my fire mode. I wonder, is K on anything for checking fire mode? It is not. Okay, cool. Just because if I press M to check my fire mode, it does what you just saw there, and the excuse me, the let's take this. The map will pop up. Whereas if I now press K, it will check my fire mode fairly simply. But yeah, unfortunately, we are going to be quite slow getting to exfil here due to how heavy our bag is and how much loot our PMC has on them. It probably would have been better to pop the Tramadol on the way out of the raid rather than coming over here. But those are lessons to be learned from, obviously, mistakes, etc. But we will just pop our Vaseline so our PMC isn't going to be limping to exfil. We can still run, it's just obviously we do have this fracture which is going to continuously damage our leg as we run. But it is what it is, we'll just have to make do with it. Oh, the BTRs come in, and we do have a bit more money, I just don't know where it stops. I can't remember if I can exfil from this, but we can at least drop things off. Where do you stop? I want to use you, come back. Come back! Does it stop up here? I think it does. I don't know if we're going to get to it in time now. That's the only issue I have here. I don't know how long it sits still for. But if we can get there without too much issue and like send out a few things and have the money to send it out, it will be quite handy. Alright, let's just crawl so we have a bit of stamina so we can run, even though we have this broken leg. Go, go, go! Please, please stay there for long enough for me to get in. This just goes beep beep and just drives off. We should hopefully get there before it drives off. It's just now whether there's any scavs in this area that will just absolutely destroy our lives before we can even get into the BTR. BTR is awaiting payment. And it does. What can you do? Move items to stash. Bosh. I also want to take a ride. Let's go to the sawmill. Cool. So we're going to take a ride to the sawmill. So it will get us into the centre of the map, which will make it a little bit easier to get to our exfil. And also, we have given the BTR, we've given the BTR the sealed weapon case, so we don't have to carry that out of the raid as well, which would be quite nice. Frees up a little bit of room for us. And it also means we're not like struggling to run around the map with our broken leg. And it frees up a little bit more room in our backpack if we do end up finding anything else. At this present moment in time, though, we don't need to worry too much about too much about any further loot, but this is the first time I've ever used a BTR across any of the ways that I've played Tarkov, whether it would be the live servers, PvE, or even in SPT. But at least this way we're guaranteed to get the sealed weapon case out. If I'd thought about it a bit more, I probably would have put in like some of my task items that I've currently got sat in the backpack. But it is what it is. We've made our decision. We can eat this humpback if we need the energy. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that now, just so we can top up the energy. That was about 50, so it wasn't too bad, but it still wasn't the most ideal in terms of energy levels. But as you can see, it's now freed up a decent amount of room in now our rig for us to be able to pick up anything else that we may want to go ahead and pick up during the course of this run. We'll just top up our SKS mag real quick, make sure that it's fully loaded in case we get into any gunfights when we get out of, excuse me, the BTR here. But we are now where we asked to be dropped off, so we will pop another painkiller. We still need to head in this direction to get to our exfil, but at least this way we're a little bit closer than we were whilst we were sat over the other side of the map by the USET camp. And this will also allow us to potentially loot up the med camp a little bit, maybe find a splint over there, because we still got 10 minutes. I don't know if it's going to be worth checking the med camp in that case, or the technical camp if you want to call it now, considering that they've changed a lot of the crates over there. There used to be like a lot of medical crates down there, and then they changed like 90% of them to technical crates, which is a little bit unfortunate because it used to be a really nice spot for finding the Salewers and any other medical items you might need. But now obviously you do still have the med cases over there, you just don't have near as many as you used to have, which is slightly unfortunate. We are still overweight, it looks like, though, because we are not regaining stamina whilst we're walking, but at least we're not super overweight like we were before. So I think at this stage in the raid, with 9 minutes left, it's going to be more beneficial for us just to head to an exfil than it will be to go for anything else. I think that might actually be Sturman, you know, considering it sounds like the cadence that Sturman uses when he's shooting, but at the same time it's also a bit strange that he didn't pop off like super early in the raid. If I had better ammo and I didn't have a broken leg, I might have actually gone to check to see if A, it is Sturman, and B, if we could take him on. But with the little bit of a hindrance we have to our PMC here, I think it's just going to be a little bit more beneficial for us to just get out of this run. There is a hand drill there which we will need eventually to upgrade our stash, but for now we are just going to leave it where it is. Go and check the hidden stash over here. See if A, there's a splint in there for us, but B, if there's anything that we want to take out of this run as well. So we are slowly but surely getting towards our exfil. The SAS drive will take for a little bit of money. Croutons I'm not too fussed about. Same with the Amelia. We will take the relay, however. Okay, let's move on to our exfil. It says ZB016 is over here, but it obviously needs to have the green smoke for us to be able to use this exfil. And it is open. Lovely. Okay, that makes life so much easier for us, because it means our exfil is a lot closer than it would have been if we were running a little bit further across the map, even though we probably would have still made it within the time frame, because the other exfil that I was going to go to is over in that corner, adjacent or in line with ZB016. But the fact that this one is open does allow us to just go down here, see if there's any loot, and get out the run. We don't need a key for this either, so that is quite handy. But this survival will mean that we end up getting a few more tasks under our belt as well. So I can't complain about that. Unfortunately, I can't see anything in this room, so I don't know if there's anything like a crate or a duffel or anything like that that we could, didn't want to double click that, but anything in there that we could go ahead and take. We'll take that BT ammo. It's nice ammo to find, but that is going to be another successful run under our belt here on Woods. Cannot complain with that whatsoever, and we do have some tasks to hand in. We have the 2 Iskras for Acquaintance, we've got the TOS to hand in as well for Skier. We've done search mission on that particular raid also. Did kill 2 PMCs in that run, and a singular scav. Let's go ahead and heal up that leg so we don't have a fracture going into, or a broken leg going into the next one, so we're able to move about a little bit more freely. And I'm trying to think where I want to go for the next run, so I don't necessarily want to go back to Woods. I might go to Customs potentially, not too sure yet, but let's hand in the items we have for these tasks. So you can have that, which gives us Tarkov Shooter Part 1 and Tarkov Shooter Part 2. Eliminate scouts without body armor, and also get the Claymore location on Ground Zero and the heavily mined area on Woods. We've also done the search mission, so we can go ahead and complete this for Prapor. Doesn't actually lead to anything, but it is nice to get it done. Therapist wise, we've got all the T-shaped plugs, we just don't have a splint, but we do want to hand in the shotgun to Skier, and then Painter can also have all of the tapes that we found as well, completing another task for us. Next up, we need to hand over topographic maps, which we already have, so we can go ahead and do that too. Dig deep, what is this? Eliminate 10 scouts on Customs. Well, that solidifies our wanting to go to Customs. It also gives us some Jack Daniels, but I don't think we need that. Yeah, that's what I say, we don't need that for ref, unfortunately. But we have now handed in all the Tarka dried meat. So we just need Alionka chocolate bars, the beer and the vodka to hand in to ref to finish that off. But I'm going to go ahead and get myself in a gear set ready to go to Customs, and then I'll see you on Customs for the second raid of the episode. Alrighty, raid number 2 is underway, and I've decided to come here to Customs because we do have the task for Painter to kill scavs here. We also obviously have the task to do the excuse me, delivery from the past, but we don't actually have the director's office key. The only thing we actually need for that barter, I did check before we came in, is squash. So if we find any squash, we want to go ahead and keep hold of that for the future runs, or a future run should I say. But regardless, we are going to head into dorms here, and one thing I am going to do quickly is just get rid of the blue laser that's on this particular gun. We do have the flashlight. Don't necessarily need the blue laser though. It didn't really turn on last time we had it on the AK when we tried turning on the flashlights and stuff, so we are going to take it off for the time being. No scavs on the bottom floor of this particular side of dorms anyway, but we will have a quick check in here for the filing cabinet, see if we can find any keys that we might need or anything else we might need. A few shots going on outside / upstairs. We did hear a door get kicked in. Didn't end up killing. Don't know if we ended up killing there or either. No, just ended up wounding, but they have moved away. Not sure whether that was a PMC, quite possibly could have been, because it was a suppressed shot. Don't need the measuring tape, but we'll take it. Right, let's turn the flashlight on. Oh, that is boss, I think. It is boss, okay. We have Reshala, so we need to be wary here. I'm going to go ahead and repack our 2 mags before we move upstairs, I think. Just so we have more ammunition to boot. I was going to bring in the BT ammo. I thought about bringing in the BT ammo from our woods run, but I did notice we still had a bunch of PRS from the last time we ran this kit. So I thought, you know what, we'll just bring the PRS ammo in, and then we can use the BT ammo further down the line. But having boss is going to be quite interesting. We do have a grenade, so if needed, we can launch a grenade down the hallway. But we need to be wary, because the boss's guards do like to rush quite heavily. At least they used to the previous times that I have fought against Reshala and the boys. Right, we are ready to go. Let's go ahead and make sure we press T and not R. There's another guard down. Don't actually know if we ended up killing the one that was running down the end there, but we'll just come into the bathroom to check, see if there was anyone in there. So we've killed 2 guards so far. That's 3. Let's turn this off. So we do have 2 full mags, but I want to make sure we have a bit more available to us. I think it was Reshala that we were shooting at that was running out of the door at the end. I think. I could be wrong. So there's 1 more guard in Reshala uncounted for right now. But we are probably going to need to take a guard's weapon after this fight, because we are running quite low on our ammo. We could have probably bought that BT ammo in, but obviously I wasn't 100% sure. I didn't even know if I was going to get the boss or not, but we did. Right, there's the guard. Ow. Wasn't sure if he killed him, but they just went prone. Okay. We need to go and heal up now before we do anything else. A lot of action going on in this run so far. Nice to see. We did remember to bring a splint in, and we've got an ALU splint as well, so we're good on the fracture side of things this time around. And I can't tell if that's Reshala dead or not on the floor. I'll have to go and check once we've healed up. Oh, we don't actually have a fracture. Okay, I thought we had a fracture, but we don't. We just have a blacked out leg. But that's what, a PMC kill, a couple of guard kills as well. We need to find some hydration. Didn't bring any in with us, which is a little bit of a rookie mistake, not going to lie. Just heal ourselves up before we do anything else, though. I want to check if that is Reshala that is on the floor with the shotgun and the armor. So if it is, we don't have to worry about bumping into him by accident. Mag. Check our mag. About half. Oh, half of BP. Where did our bag go, by the way? Hello? It dropped our bag and it's like disappeared. Is our bag gone through the floor? I need to check this now. Did our bag sink through the floor or has it just disappeared? Our bag has just disappeared. That's frustrating. Just reload real quick. Right, let's go and check to see if this is Reshala down here. Our bag's definitely not here, is it? No. Ah, man, I didn't even want to drop my bag. It is indeed Reshala, okay. Don't have to worry about trying to find him then. But we do have the golden TT, which will be nice for future tasks. Holy IFAC. So I'm not going to take grenades because they're going to be too much weight. Let's go and see what this PMC had on him bag-wise, actually. Just the VPO bag. I'm so annoyed that my bag just, like, disappeared, man. We'll take that BT ammo. It's going to be handy for us. Oil filter. I have never seen that, ever. So I wonder if that's just something in SPT. And the reason I'm so frustrated is we're now not going to be able to take as much loot as we would have had if we had our bag. I don't know why our bag disappeared through the floor. Or I didn't want to take the bag off either, which is quite frustrating. Because like, we would have been able to fit this rig in, that rig would have been able to fit a lot more loot in as well. See what ammo's in this ADAR. That water's quite handy to see. Just War Mage, not too fussed about that. Like this BlackRock would have been nice to take as well, because the BlackRock would have allowed us to have BlackRock would have been allowed us to have the BlackRocks ready for that task. Just PS ammo. There's another guard by the door, I think, yeah. No car, which is fine. What ammo did you have in your VPO? Not great ammo either. Need these. Do need to try and find some food. It's one thing we are missing. We need that morphine for a task, actually. We've looted Reshala. Take that, why not? Anything in the wallet? Nothing in the wallet. And then a VOG grenade would be quite nice to take, actually. So we're going to get rid of the hunting matches for the VOG grenade. Yeah, I am so annoyed about the our bag disappearing through the floor. It would have been so nice to actually have that bag still. We had it insured, so it should come back to us, but it would have been nicer to actually be able to use the bag, especially after killing Reshala and the boys. Because at least that way we would have been able to like loot practically everything that we found on the guard. So we would have been able to take the BlackRock rig, we would have been able to take other rigs, like load up those rigs with loot. But it is what it is. I am just going to have a quick double check that it's not like just sunk into the floor. I just had, is that it? Hello? I found it. Huge. That is huge. That is massive. We found it. It just blended in. That's actually really nice. Okay. What? I just picked my bag up. Hello? Game? There we go. I didn't pick it up. I thought I'd picked it up. I didn't pick it up. Have another drop coming in as well, so that would be quite nice to go and have a look at, I think. Use one of these to top up the hydration. We still need to try and find some food, so that is still something we need to try and obtain. And then we can also go and have a look at this airdrop that's come in. But finding the backpack, again, it just blended in with the floor. Like, I couldn't see it. Where it was black on black, I just could not see our backpack there. Take this. All the crackers will be handy for the whatchamacallit, the energy levels. The black rock is something we want to take, so we'll go ahead and chuck that. If I can rotate it in there. So you've got one guard here. We will take the grenades now that we had the room. Take the ray benches. Take this as well. So we got 1, 2, 3 at the end. Where was the last? Oh, the last guard was over here, wasn't he? Yeah, cool. This is the one guard I didn't actually go ahead and check. Can't quite tell what ammo that is. It's another black rock, so I think I take both black rocks over the D3C even. Ammo probably PS? Yeah, PS, okay. Just move all of this stuff into this black rock. Need that morphine for a task. Drop this, put that in there. Okay, that's actually quite nice to see. I don't like this particular site. Not the biggest fan of it, but we'll take it for some monetary value for sure. Alrighty, right. Where is the airdrop? Over in the far left. I don't know why the map is so small, by the way, now. But it's all the way to our left, I think. Yeah, to our left. Okay. No problem. So we still need a few more scav kills for the painter task. Considering that is the only real task that we can get completed here on customs. We will potentially go to Crack House, actually thinking about it, because Crack House has the opportunity for us to grab a Salewa, which we are missing. So I think we head, just trying to think, do we head over to Crack House, then over to the drop? That might be the way we do things. We can also look at the stashes on the way through as well. So there's one here, there's one on the opposite side of the road. Some suppressed shots going down to our left, but not close enough for us to really be worried about it for too much. Those sprats are going to be handy actually. We'll take the stim, take the Mulbras, pop this for the energy levels. So yeah, we'll go over to Crack House. We'll check to see if there's a Salewa over there after checking this stash. And then once we've done that, we can then head to try and find the drop. And then look to get out of this run. Because finding Reshala and killing... I think I only killed the boys. I don't think I killed Reshala, unfortunately. But still, the guards are definitely going to be a nice little chunk of XP for us. It's a shame we didn't... Like, I don't mind finding them now, don't get me wrong, but it's a shame we didn't come up against him a little bit later down the line when we have the task to go ahead and kill him. But we do have a Pilgrim Scav over here. No armor, so no 3M, unfortunately. I think this might be bigger than our back panel, right? Oh, it's massively bigger. That back panel is like quite small considering the amount of room we get in it. Taking the nudes in case we need it for any energy. just check the rig as well. Ah, the apple juice is quite nice for hydration purposes too. Okay, let's move on to Crack House. Let's go actually this way. Move on to Crack House, see if we can find a final Salewa in here. See if we can find a final Salewa in Quack House? Quack. It's not a duck house, but if we can find a final Salewa, that would be quite nice to have to obviously finish off the therapist task. We then have, I think, all 3 gas analyzers to go ahead and get that task done as well. I want to drop the grenades because I know they're going to be quite a lot of weight. And I don't necessarily want to be carrying around too much weight if I can help it. I'm going to keep the VOG that we have on us, however. I know we had that for daily before. We don't have the daily for that now. But we did have it before. But the VOG grenade would be quite handy if we come up against a bunch of PMCs. Don't actually need that ISKA anymore for the actual handing in side of things, but we do need it for planting. Just heard some suppressed shots, and I don't know if they were at us or not. So we need to be a little bit wary of that. I don't think this door up top was open when we came through either. It could have been, but I don't recall it being open. I didn't actually change my keybinds on my leans like I said I was going to. Are you serious, Scav? Are you serious? The answer is yes, but still. Check for any intel in here. No intel. What did you have on you? Anything worth us taking? Syringe we'll take for sure. We'll take the Lupo's beans for selling purposes. And the Aquamarine will be quite nice as well. We'll definitely take that. Okay, let's loot up the filing cabinets, then check the Salewa. Then we can go and have a look at the drop. And then we can head out the raid. So this is probably going to be a little bit longer of an episode today, considering the longer raids that we're currently having. Obviously we had quite a long raid on woods, and then we're having a reasonably long raid here on customs as well. Intel. Oh, HDD. I think we might need that for a barter. Could be wrong. But we'll take it regardless. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We can actually have a look at the barter for it actually on here. MBSS, assault rifle, day pack. Does actually allow us to get UMP, so I will take it. Because I would like to use a UMP at some point during the course of the series. Take the screw nuts. So the big thing is Salewa. That's what we're looking for here. Obviously we could go to Stronghold as well if we don't find a Salewa. We are now overweight, which may cause a bit of an issue. No Salewa in this room. Let's go and check this one over here. No Salewa here, right. Is there anything? We could probably drop this. Anything else we want to drop that we don't necessarily want? The oil filter is not actually need for anything, so we can get rid of that. We do need this 6B47 helmet, but we could probably go ahead and pick that up further down the line if I'm honest. Downstairs, obviously we can check the little med area in the corner as you come in. See if there's a slower down here. So there's nothing over on the little trolley area. And just a bandage and pile of meds. I'm going to take the pile of meds. We can always buy the bandage for the bits we need that for. We are going to very quickly heal up. So whilst we do this... why is the map so small? Like, I don't get why the map's all of a sudden so small. Don't understand it, but it is what it is. And the reason I'm a little bit annoyed that it's so small is, obviously before it was quite big, and I don't know whether it's because I've changed my keybind from the Czech magazine from what it was to a different keybind. I don't think that should affect it though. I'm not too fussed about going to the drop now, thinking about it. I think we just go to Stronghold, check Stronghold for loot, and then we head out through Old Gas if it's open. If not, we can go through one of the two ZB exfils. The reason I want to go Stronghold is there is obviously the med spawns in here as well we can check, as well as checking the technical crates, but also the food and hydration crates as well. We haven't quite run into the full 10 scavs. That's required for Painter's task, but we have got some progress towards it regardless. I will take that Probatol because that will be quite nice to have. Going to swap the bandage out as well. But no luck on finding a Slayer so far. I've got a really blocked up nose this morning. I don't quite understand how or why it's so blocked up, but it is. It's kind of annoying me, I'm not going to lie. So there are some shots outside of Fortress. We're good on food and hydration, so we don't need to worry about topping up on those at this present moment in time. I don't know how many cigarettes we've got of each, but I'm just going to take everything that we find cigarette-wise for now, and then we can always sell some if we need to. Jesus Christ, that scav made me jump. I didn't see him. Oh, my heart, my heart, my heart. We got the kill though, that's the main thing. Oh. I round the corner, and I think where I kind of flicked so quickly, we didn't get a chance to properly spot that scav. And then when they started, I'm going to take this car battery this time around. Is gonna make us overweight, so I might end up dropping it. In fact, I am going to drop it. It's just going to make us too overweight. Super water would be quite nice to take. I want to take this TV rig as well for a little bit more room in the good old backpack to put some loot. I want to take the flashlight for sure. Take this as well. Put flashlight on this. I do like these AK-12 mags. I think they're better than the ones we have on us. Addition milk always sells for a decent amount. We'll take the Alionka. We'll take this too. How many nades does this scav have on him? Do I want to take these mags? I think I do. I just want to unload the ammo, because the ammo is not really going to be worth us using. But as I said, I do prefer these mags over the ones we have currently in our AK, which is the main reason I'm going to be taking them, to be honest. because this AK, the AK and the SKS so far have served us quite well in this series. So I can't complain about the weapons that we've been using. Those are suppressed shots, I think it me. I just don't know whereabouts they're coming from. They're outside somewhere, I just don't know exactly where. I'm trying to remember which ones are medical crates. So no Slayer in this one, unfortunately. Because there's no, like 2 stacks. Take those though. This one is a food crate, so we'll have a quick look, see if there's a squash in here, because we need that for the barter for the director's office key. You could probably drink like the milks and stuff, or like drink the bits and bobs that we find that aren't going to be handy for any sort of barter or what am I trying to say, barter or quest items. Obviously the milk does give us a stimulant effect, but at this present moment in time we A, aren't on woods, and B, we don't need to worry about the stimulant effect task because we're not on it at current. Let's go ahead and use this milk, and then we need to try and find, I think there's one more medical crate up here that we can check, and then we can get out of this run. Just gotta remember which one it is. It's a tech supply crate. It's also a tech supply crate. If I remember correctly, there is this over here which we can have a look at. Nothing on the floor, unfortunately. Just saw a head. There we go. Some of these fights are getting a little too close for comfort. That one wasn't too bad, but there are a couple of fights that we've had during the course of this series that have gone, as I said, a little too close for comfort. You have an interesting AK on you, good sir. I think they were using the MP5. Please have a Slayer on you. Take the beard oil. Oh, we need that filter for daily. Probably use this and drop this, to be fair. Very quickly, I do just want to reload the mag. So we have a full mag on us. Take this, check the rig, and then we'll move out of this run, I think. What key is this? It's a safe key. Kinda want it, but I don't want it at the same time. I think I'm gonna leave it. Okay. Can't remember what this crate is, but we'll have a quick check on this. Actually, no, we need that. Just to have a quick check, see if there's anything in here we can use for a task. Just drink the pineapple juice, and then we are just going to go for exfil here. So we have 8 minutes left. No luck on Salewers, unfortunately. And no luck on getting the 10 scav kills. But we did get Reshala, so we can't complain too much about this raid. Like Reshala, like if you want to weigh it up, it's like Reshala's quite nice to see. Check you in case you have a Salewa just sat on you for no reason. Or I was kind of hoping that Bleach was going to be a Salewa, not going to lie. But yeah, it would have been quite nice to see. Quite nice to see some more scavs. So we need 10 in total. We aren't regaining stam. What do we drop to regain stam is the question. We could probably just use the super water actually. Chug this down. But it is probably something that's weighing us down quite a bit. Chug, 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 chug. We're not too far from exfil. It would have been nice for her to have old gas open, but unfortunately it is not. So we will check the med bag, as well as the 2 stashes here. So no Salewa here, but we'll have a quick look to see what else is in here for us. Check the 2 stashes, and then we can head on out of the run. Stash in the corner. Bosh. A really itchy, like, top of my mustache right here. Why is that? Put that down there. It's an armor plate at the given tree, but I'm not going to take it because it'll weigh us down again. Have a quick check inside the old gas building here, just to see if there's any goodies that we want to take. Nope. Okay, on to getting to exfil. We are overweight again. Probably ditch this because we aren't going to use it. We can use this. Well, I think we're still overweight even though we drank the super water. Nothing in the back of the car. Are we regaining stam? We are not. Slightly frustrating, because we've only got 5 minutes to get to exfil. But I think we should be fine. If we just keep moving, I think we should be okay. Kind of hoping that the exfil, the ZB012 or 1012 is open just here. The light is on. Okay, we're good. We can take a little bit of time to look at these stashes then. See if we can find this elusive Salewa, and then we can just go to that exfil because it's literally next to us. Some of these stashes have really interesting locations. So spark plug we will take because we do need that for car repair. And we'll have a quick look at this. Please be a Salewa. I'd love it if this is a Salewa. Oh, CMS. Close. Close but no cigar. We'll take it though. We'll definitely take a new CMS. But 4 minutes left in the run. Plenty of time to get into our exfil here. And again, as I said, unfortunately, no actual task progression completed in this run. We didn't quite see 10 scavs. Couldn't find the Salewa we were looking for. And we didn't really look for keys that much, if I'm honest. Like, we could have potentially looked for keys a little bit longer, but we didn't. I didn't want to take the drop that. Have a quick check in this dead scav, see if there's anything in here that we want to grab. Didn't even see if that was a Slayer at the end. Knowing my luck, it probably was, but regardless, that's a nice raid. Very, very nice raid. 12k XP. Oh, we killed Partisan. What? So we obviously killed 3 guards and a player, but then we killed Partisan. I didn't even notice that was Partisan. Where was he then? Was he the one that we saw running out of the top of 3 story? Because there's a 3-minute gap between Violent Ambush, which was the player that we ended up killing inside dorms, to killing Partisan. But where did we kill him? Unless we did shoot and kill Partisan inside dorms, like he was the one that was running out, and he just died outside and we didn't realise? Yeah, because right leg. I think Partisan bled out. I didn't even realise he was in that raid. Okay, so he had Reshala and Partisan in the same run. That's bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I'm not going to knock it. 2 bosses in 1 raid, I'll take it. But I didn't even realise Partisan was in that raid. I knew I didn't kill Reshala. He was already dead before we got there. But yeah, didn't realise we killed Partisan. Nice to see 2 bosses in 1 raid, I suppose. Not gonna complain about that whatsoever. Not gonna complain whatsoever about that. We did find a air filter though. I can't remember if that air filter is a singular. Oh yeah, we got the eliminate scavs for Jaeger done. I can't remember if the. I can't remember who it was for now. Was it mechanic? Ragman. Okay, yeah, it was a single one we needed, and we just needed 1 Marlboro cigarette, so we can also do that. Lovely. So that's 2 dailies done. So we did, in a sense, get some tasks done at the end of that run. We do now have our weapon case. We'll go ahead and put that in. That was a very quick delivery by our BTR person. We'll take the rubles for doing those tasks. We will take those bits from Prapor. We don't need the compass, so we can just go ahead and sell the compass. And then Ragman will take the stuff off of. Ooh, take the stuff off of you as well. Okay, cool. So yeah, that was a successful run overall. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to unpack all of this, am I? No. Okay. We're going to have to do a little bit of stash clearing here. So, first and foremost, let's sell a few bits to Peacekeeper. You can have that. Those bits. Even though this would be quite nice for the AK, I'm going to just sell it. Don't think I'm going to be running the MPX anytime soon, so we'll get rid of that. The MPX mags can go in that case. You can also have the SAS drive. This can go in that rig. This can go in that rig. This can go in that rig. That can go in that rig. You can have the compass, because I'm not going to be using that anytime soon. Is that going to give us enough room if we organise our stash to unpack this? It is. Did we get, considering we've got a load of meds, did we get a Salewa? Oh, no Salewa, damn. Oh, that's so unfortunate. We got so many meds in that crate, but not one of them. We do have another 60 rounder, that's nice to see, but not one of those meds out of the out of that particular, what am I trying to say? Out of that particular crate was what we were looking for our task. If we had managed to get a Salewa out of that crate, I would have been very happy. We do get a nice looking AK-545 though, so we can definitely go ahead and use this at some point. But yeah, that is going to do it for this particular episode, guys. I'll sort all of this out off camera. Like, I'll sell a few things. I'll try and get enough money to get a scav junk box, just so we have something that we can put a lot of the stuff down the bottom here into. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like rating and subscribe to the channel for more content from myself. With regards to the links in the description down below, that will be to all my social media, my Twitch channel and my other YouTube channels here on YouTube. If you want to go and check those out, that would be greatly appreciated as well. But anyway, guys, as I said, that is going to do it for this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of different editing style that I did in this one. I tried to not make the intro too long, and I tried to just kind of get into the action a little bit quicker. Obviously with the pop-ups, hopefully with all of the gear that I was taking into each different raid. So if you are enjoying that style of editing and the difference from the start of the series to now, please let me know in the comment section down below, and anything else you want to see as well, leave it down there and I'll have a look at that in due course. But regardless, I appreciate you watching this video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.